Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for our cable news gabfest show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. We have been honed into a machine of lethal moving parts that you would be wise to avoid if you know what's good for you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We've seen war. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities.
Turnbuckles and Stogies. Yo, what is up? What is up? Yo, happy Sunday. Another Sunday with your favorite hostess with the mostest.
My dad, I'm doing a wrestling punch. I looked at her and I said, hey, I'm on to Brooklyn, you.
We're not in Brooklyn, sir. We're in upstate New York in Dutchess County. I'm originally from Yonkers. Hung out in the park.
I guess you guys don't know each other that well.
Oh, yo, what is up? What is up, everybody? What is going on? I guess our guest is up here already.
Hold on. That's my fault. Hold on. Sorry, guys. That was my bad.
So what is up, guys?
There we
Another
go.
Sunday fun day with your host with the most, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla. What is going on today? It's a really shitty day out here. So we are here on all streaming networks and MBR Radio. So check us out. MBR Radio is our bosses, as you per se. So we are live here, MBR Radio. Check it out, mbrradio.com. And also don't forget to check us out on all the streaming networks, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Radio, iTunes, all of that.
I'm going to sit down and do Spotify.
Which we're going to do this week. You know, we've been busy. They went back to work. I'm doing some personal stuff. And I don't know how to use the freaking computer. I can't say the F word, so I use the freaking, right? And so today we have a guest on, and we have another guest host. No F words, Dave. You know who that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's your uncle.
So, yeah. So there's a lot we're going to talk about between our guest and. I mean, I will kind of give you a rundown. We have coming up. We have next week. We have Haze Gray Cigars. Then we have Elijah Rios, who's an independent professional wrestler.
Then we
have Jeff Miller, Metal Maniac.
Yes.
Who is an independent pro wrestler for over 30 years?
Yes.
And then October 5th, we have Bill Alfonso coming on the show. His video is going to be going out between today and tomorrow. And that video will be up all over social media on all of our sites, all of his sites. You get to see that. So that'll be fun for everybody. I'm looking forward to that one. We're also going to be sitting down again with Ancestry Cigars because we had such an issue with StreamYard last time. We're going to fix that. We're going to take care of the issue.
We also are going to sit down with Carolina Blue.
Carolina Blue. Actually, he is. I have it written on the calendar.
And we also may be sitting down.
I
And then
think he's
dropping
October
it.
12th.
We may be sitting down and dropping it with Pedro from Drew Estate.
Oh, no, that's done already.
Oh, that's a done deal.
He's going to be sitting down with us.
So we're going to be sitting down with him sometime in October.
October 7th.
Because he's only available, so he's going to jump on with us. We're also probably going to have a special guest on that show. I got to confirm it because right now they're out in Kentucky. So we got a lot going on. Plus, we got a lot going on with MBR Radio. We can't talk about right now because
that'll be coming soon.
Hopefully coming soon in the next 5 months. So that's what we got going on. So let's talk about football Sundays, football college days. Man, I'll tell you, Arch Manning, boy, that kid is a beast. Archie Manning's a beast. That kid is.
Game yesterday.
He blew them out. He was blowing them out so bad that the coach sat him down. I'll just move over.
You're good. You're good. There you go.
The coach sat him down. No, I got to move over anyway because I don't want to keep that in my neck.
They can see you.
I don't want to keep that in
You
my
don't
neck.
have to move. They can see you.
All right. We won't hop around no more.
They can still see
So
you.
Texas blew them out. No, Joe. Texas blew out San Jose State. I mean, it was a blowout. We were watching that game, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? You know? But, you want to talk about some wrestling?
I guess we have to address the elephant in the room now.
What's the elephant in the room?
Actually, we'll call it. We'll just call it this.
So what's the elephant in the room?
Well, it's actually the turning point of the week.
Which is?
What happened Friday night?
Oh, Friday night.
In Chicago.
Anybody see Friday night SmackDown?
Friday night.
Want to bring OG up and let him talk with us?
In Chicago. A decade in the making.
A decade?
She left in 2015. Or 13, I think it was. And 10 years later in Chicago, I must be out of fuel.
Oh.
Yeah, must be out of fuel.
I'll get some, don't worry.
She came back. She came home. AJ Lee returned to the WWE after 10 years. And
can you do me a favor? Can you bring me out that can of fuel that's on the table?
She came back after 10 years to an enormous ovation from the crowd.
Jimmy Snuka.
Beat up Becky, took the belts to set up WrestlePalooza.
So hold on. Your uncle wants to know
20th.
what we're smoking today. We're going to be smoking Broncano cigars. Broncano cigars.
September 20th.
Calm down, Papa.
Is going to be, let's see. Why did it not? I did that already. There he is. I don't know why I didn't bring you up before. I hit that button like 3 times.
It's all good. What's up, boys?
What's up?
What's going on, OG?
AJ Lee. Did she look fire? Did she? Dude, she is in shape, and I think she can go tomorrow if she want to get back in that ring for a fight.
Well, she signed a multi-year deal full-time.
And
nice.
She's not going anywhere.
And
nice.
CM Punk had to sacrifice a few things for that to happen. So
that's not
actually. That was off the hook. That place went nuts.
Yeah,
bro. Becky Lynch looked like she saw a ghost.
Well, because
she did.
That was the whole point of that.
And then when they were walking back to the locker room, AJ and CM Punk, the cameraman, told him that he just got word for her to run back to the ring and stand in the ring.
That was Stu.
So
nice. Guys, that actually SmackDown had a really good show. I thought it was a really good show.
She signed to Raw.
Well, yeah, that's because that's where Becky and Seth are on Raw.
She signed to Raw.
It makes sense that they put her full-time on the Raw roster with Punk and Becky and Seth. And
I watched
all of that makes perfect sense.
I watched when she was in the locker room and Triple H came over to her and she goes, hello. And he goes, hello. She goes, can I get a hug? He goes, absolutely.
They signed the contract.
Gave
she
her a
said
hug,
to him,
and
you
he goes,
can't get rid of me.
And she goes, you have the contract? He goes, yes. She goes, you signed first. And
Do you
she
want?
goes,
Yeah, he said, "You want to sign first?" And she said, "No, you can't get rid of me."
You can't get rid of
He
me.
said, "Thank you for trusting us."
And he signed.
Nice.
She signed.
Nice.
He goes, welcome to Smack. He
Think-
goes, welcome to Raw.
Think about it. No, he
Nice.
didn't say welcome to Raw.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. I've listened to it. He didn't say welcome to Raw. That was
Oh, no.
that was afterwards.
He said, welcome to the
He
WWE.
said welcome. No, welcome home. That's what he said. They all
Nice.
said welcome home.
Listen, when I suspected she was going to show up.
I already.
What would have been phenomenal is if she showed up behind Seth Rollins and blowed him. That would have been fantastic.
They couldn't have that happen because of the fact that it is in Chicago. It is in her and Punk's hometown.
Here's what everybody was thinking.
She had to come out through the entrance.
If you listen to what he said, he goes, do you think I cannot call Bailey and have her come out here?
Yeah, I love that segment. Yeah, I love that promo.
Goes, do you think I cannot call
Rhea Ripley
Ripley and have her come? And
the Eradicator.
Yeah. And then that's when she started smacking him and he got out of the ring. She goes, oh, that's right. Just run away like you always do.
And then he said something about AJ. The crowd started chanting. And she said, no. And he said, you'll let her chant her goddamn name.
And then when he was walking away and he turned around, he goes, I don't put my hands on women.
Oh yeah, he said I told you I never put my hands on a woman.
But I have somebody that does. And all of a sudden, and you could see the glare in his eyes and the happiness.
Yeah.
That was just there. Like he came.
This is totally and you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but this totally sets up for Survivor Series. A nice little match between the four of them.
Sets up WrestlePalooza.
WrestlePalooza? It's going to be at WrestlePalooza? Okay.
Yeah, but you have to pay for it.
You have to get ESPN Plus, and then with your ESPN
Plus, you have to
No. It's not on Plus. It's not on Plus.
It's on the Premium Plus Premium or whatever they call it. The high tier. It's like $30 a month.
It's ESPN app that is $30 a month.
Yeah, you gotta pay. You get the ESPN premium package. That's $30 a month, which is the ESPN Plus package.
Well,
and it comes with it.
No, I want to correct that. That's incorrect. It is not the ESPN Plus package. You will not see the live events on Plus. You will see it on the ESPN package that is $29.99 a month. It's not Plus. I'm telling you right now. Because I don't want you to mislead anybody and they go and get the Plus pack and you're like, well, where's my WWE event? It's not on that. Pat McAfee covered this on his show. It is not on the ESPN Plus. It is on ESPN, the $29.99 package, but it is not Plus.
And it said no.
Okay, yeah, I'm just telling you.
That's what I'm talking about. The ESPN, you get Plus with that.
Yeah, it comes with
ESPN.
Plus. Yes, Plus is included. But you can also buy just ESPN Plus, so that's where I want to make sure.
You gotta buy. Well, no, the $29.99 is the ESPN Unlimited.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
correct.
My brother in California, he's in the comments. He wants me to talk about Jimmy Snuka. So let me give you. I love
Jimmy.
Let me tell you a little story about Jimmy Snuka.
I love Jimmy.
Martin, we'll bring you up, brother. I'm sorry, brother.
This is the OG Oos.
So
I gotta do something
Jimmy
so that works.
was a very dear friend of mine. I know Jimmy as long as I know the Metal Maniac, because they used to travel together and we used to get on shows together. And Jimmy was one of the guys that told me I was supposed to show color one night. And I went over to him. I said, Unc, I said, what's the best way to show color? He goes, I got a baby aspirin for you. I said, okay. I said, what do I do after that? He goes, I got a Heineken for you. He goes, anytime you want to do color, he goes, drink a Heineken and take a baby aspirin. He goes, you bleed profusely. And let me tell you, when I cut myself, man, you thought I slit my whole wig open. But Jimmy was the kind of guy that you can go to and ask questions and he's not going to shrug you off. Jimmy was the kind of guy that you can go to and say, how was my match? And Jimmy will tell you, there's two ways you can take this. You can take this as bad critique, or you can take this as good critique. And if you can't take bad critique, you're in the wrong business. So, but Jimmy was an awesome dude, man. I fucking miss him. I really, really miss him. You know what I mean? I really, really miss Jimmy. And the guy we're having on, the Metal Maniac, was traveling with Jimmy, and that's how I met him. My mother-in-law, God rest her soul, she loved him. She loved him to death.
Just keep talking.
So she loved him to death. They
can see you.
She couldn't, like, every time we did a show and he was there, they would hug each other, and and it's just funny because my mother-in-law used to wear tie-dye shirts, and she's gonna hit the car. And why not just go around the corner? And it was just funny that the people I met in the business, and when I called him up to come on a show, he's in Hawaii. So when I called him to come on a show, if I show you all the stuff he sent me, look, if I showed what's his name again? Jesus Christmas.
Don't you have pictures on your phone?
That's what I'm looking for.
I think I have them too.
That's what I'm looking for, the pictures. He sent me thousands and thousands of pictures. He sent them through the text. I'm gonna find a text message.
What does that do? Oh, that works.
Let's find a text message.
But
let me type his name and I'll get it. So he sent me. This is him now.
All right.
He said, book somebody who could talk. And this is him back in the day. I'm sure you guys seen him.
Oh, yeah.
So that's Jimmy Snuka's best friend. I mean, I have pictures and pictures and pictures and pictures and pictures and pictures.
They can see you.
I have pictures and going on for miles and miles and miles.
Nice.
So, he's a good friend of mine. I talk to him all the time, but I can only talk to him certain times because he works nights. He's in Hawaii. So, guys, on that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with our guest.
About the way I'm feeling, 'cause I'm not sure I'm feeling
We're back.
All right, I'll play with it later and figure it out.
Sorry, guys, we are back. He was trying to figure something out. So, guys, today, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So today we have a special guest, Martin from Broncano Cigars.
Move your hand, please. Thank you.
The interview of the week is brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
So let's bring up Broncano Cigars.
There he is.
What's up, my brother?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much, brother. So how you doing?
Doing great. I wore this hat just for you guys. You know, you got that New York accent.
Well, you know that's where we are. So I'm gonna ask you this question: do you watch college football?
Of course, yeah.
So, bro, the score yesterday was outrageous. 42-10. The Badgers beat them. What? Bro, they blew them out. It's like when Archie Manning blew out San Jose State
Yesterday?
Yeah.
That game was okay, man. I don't know. The game that was really ridiculous was Grambling State got blew out 70 points. Where's it at, man? They got
70
shitted
points.
on. Yeah. What
Holy
team, man?
shit.
You didn't see that? I don't even know why they were playing against this team. I think it was I just saw it. It just came up. I watched it yesterday, man. It was ridiculous, man. It was just like a bully beatdown, like 8th grade. Ohio State, man. Ohio State put a.
That's who they played.
Yeah. They just but they were just running the score up like Tecmo Bowl.
Listen, so they took Arch out. They took Arch Manning out in the 4th quarter. I'm like, they don't need him no more. They're up like
beat them 70-0.
Are you serious?
Oregon beat Oklahoma State 69-3.
Bro, the way college runs up these
Florida
games.
State beat East Texas A&M 77-3.
Holy shit.
So is that your quarterback, Arch Manning? That's your guy?
Oh, Alabama beat UL Monroe 71-0.
No. I'm a Notre Dame and North Carolina
73-0. Sorry.
And I like Michigan too. But North Carolina is my number 1 team. Notre Dame is my next.
There was a lot of scores in this, really high numbers this week.
But let's get to Martin. So Martin, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from and how you got into creating cigars.
Yes. So actually, I'm Martin Smith with Broncano Cigars from Wisconsin. Went to school in Virginia, back to Wisconsin. We do have some family in New York, so we represent 110th and Lexington. What's that? Spanish Harlem? What we doing out there?
Yeah, Spanish Harlem.
So actually, just a little background about myself. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, went to the Gulf War. I have a twin brother, and we both decided to join the Marine Corps. We did box. I mean, we boxed, and then the recruiter was like, "Hey, man, you guys can box for the Marine Corps." I'm like, "Oh shit, sign us up," which was total BS. I mean, we had barrack duty. I don't know if you know what that is, but like for a little over a year. And we had 2 fights. I had one against my brother and one against somebody else. He was like, "Man, this is not the move." So they shipped him to Hawaii and sent me to Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. So he got the better end of the deal there.
I was gonna say he got the nice tropical end of the deal.
Yeah, absolutely. So he got so my younger brother, which is about a decade younger than I am, he joined the Marine Corps. So actually, when he graduated high school, he moved to Hawaii, but he was in the reserves. So this is the reason for this story. So he was in the reserves, right? So anyway, so about 2 years ago, we were actually about 3 years ago, we were on vacation in Cancun. And in Cancun, my younger brother said, "Hey, man, I need you to find these Cohibas." So I did find some Cohibas, the Cancun Cubans with the plexiglass. So he's like, "Man, I'm not sending you money."
Which meant to say was the Dominican cigars.
Right, absolutely. He was like, I'm not sending you money for that. So, I like, forget about it. I smoked them, took them back home, gave them out to my cousins. They thought they were real Cubans. They were excited about it. So, the joy of watching those guys smoke those cigars meant a lot. So fast forward 6 months later, we actually went to Punta Cana, where we actually, the first day I was able to find the real Cuban cigars that he actually wanted. So it was like a box of, I don't know, 10 or 12, whatever the odd number that they come in. So that first day I smoked one of those cigars, and I'm like, oh, this is great. So it brought back memories. In the 2000s, early 2000s, I worked at a car dealership as a finance manager. Then at nighttime, because we worked bell to bell, and we would go downtown Milwaukee and to this cigar lounge called Havana and smoke cigars there. And at the time in Wisconsin, you could, it's probably too much information, but at the time in Wisconsin, you could smoke cigars in strip clubs too as well. So it just brought back. Yeah,
that's rocking.
You used to be able to do that here too until they banned the smoking in restaurants and clubs and all that stuff.
Yeah, for some reason. But yeah, just imagine those strippers, man. Glitter, smelly perfume, and cigar smoke.
Sounds like a great time.
Right?
Yeah. So Martin, just so you know, OG is a former veteran.
Okay.
Well, he's not a former
veteran. He's a veteran.
I'm a veteran.
So even already,
I didn't know you.
Listen,
like I said to you.
But I was not a Marine. God bless you, man. Thank you for your service, brother. That's fantastic.
Were
you in the Navy?
I was Army.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Army.
Yeah.
And always remember, once a Marine, always a Marine. That's what my brother-in-law says. You're not a former Marine. You're always a Marine.
Listen, utmost respect for every Marine out there, anybody that served, but especially Marines. Man, you're all the first one called, the first one in, first one put in harm's way. So my hat's off to you guys. Much respect, much love for you guys.
Well, so how did you come up with the Broncano cigar industry? Like how, I know you were giving your background on the Cuban cigars and that, and so go ahead. Finish
so yeah. So that brought back those memories. So fast forward about this March of 2023, sitting at home, smoking a cigar, drinking, and I think I had a little too much to drink. So at the time, I Googled up, Liberated. This when your mind started wondering. I wonder what it costs to start a cigar brand. So I started Googling, and I found these ladies out of Miami, Trace Linda's cigars, and they claimed they started their cigar brand with $500. So I was like, oh shit, I was like, sign me up. So I from that point, I was like, $500. I can have bragging rights to say I had my own cigar brand. So from that standpoint, I dived in, went on Instagram, hit a couple people up, like trying to get information out of these guys. They're giving me the BS information. Basically, like, I don't know if you remember W.C. Fields. He was like, scram, kid, you're bothering me.
Yes. Yes.
Basically, yes. I was getting treated like that. So years earlier, so I used to go to this conference. I went to this conference in Miami that still goes on, but I met, because a friend of mine is a coach for the Miami Heat, and I met Claudio Scory at a Miami Heat game when he was working at Mombacho Cigars. Then, ironically, at the same time, I saw on Half Wheel that he opened up a consulting. He left Mombacho and started doing consulting for cigars. So I reached out to him, said, "Hey man, you remember me? I met you at Miami Heat game. This is what I'm trying to do." And from that standpoint, he was like, "Yeah, send me a check for this amount, and you have cigars 101." So basically, that's how simple it was. But the good thing about dealing with Claudio is that he gave me the basic foundation, like for all the mistakes I would have made, because it would have cost me a lot more money. So he actually gave me the basic foundation of what to look out for. Not saying that, that I know everything, that he gave me everything I needed to know, but he just gave me a basic foundation when I talked to the factory, when I talked to some of these guys, what to look out for. Because, it's easy to get the wool pull over your eyes in this. But for Broncano, so the name Broncano comes from my great-grandfather. He's actually from Spain. And so that's why I came up with that name, to pay homage to him. So he was a tailor I don't know if he was a tailor in Spain, but he was a tailor in Spain. I don't know if he was a tailor in Spain, put it like this. He was a tailor. Moved to the United States, lived in New York. Then he actually moved to Florida and made his way up to the Midwest. But he's an avid boxing fan. And according to my grandfather, that he used to make suits for boxers. So I don't know if that's true or not, but hey, we'll go with that story.
Go with it.
Absolutely. So if you take a look at my first two original, actually the first cigar band that I have, I try to make it look like a championship belt from like boxing or wrestling. It has some nuances of that. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that's designed like that, but it's not as the very first one. If you go on my website, actually has that one. I mean, I was trying to get it designed like that, but that one's close. But the original one, if you look at the website, actually has that nuance of that. Because again, like I said, me and my brother used to box, and my great grandfather's a boxing fan, so that's why I want to incorporate that into the Broncano lineup. So that's basically like the basic foundation of Broncano and where the name come from, just to pay homage to my great grandfather and plus the name sounds cooler, Broncano.
No, that sounds dope.
Badass.
I like that name. So, which one of these was your first blend? Was it the Maduro or was it the classic line?
Yeah. So the two of those are the classic line. The one that you're smoking is the classic silver, and then the one that Joey's smoking, if I saying the name correct, is the classic royal blue. So the first line was a vintage Toro that we got from La Aurora, which was a 20-year age cigar. Only 2,000 of those were made.
Wow.
And they since sold out. There's one place that still has the cigars, and they're located in Illinois. But otherwise than that, that was the first blend that we actually had. So those two that you have right now came out at the same time. At the beginning of this year, January of this year, those two actually came out.
Wow.
Yeah, and for me, as far as a blend is concerned, I'm not really a huge fan of spice. I mean, I do like a cigar with a little kick, but so if you smoke that cigar, even though it is a Maduro, it should be like a medium body. You should get like some espresso and some cocoa, unless you charred it.
I before I lit it, I dry puffed it, man. I was gonna say I got a little espresso in there, got a little earthy, but let me tell you, this right here, oh my goodness, this is, and I'm reading your card here. I read it before. So the one that I'm smoking is you said this is the Silver Toro. So this is a San Andreas from Mexico, Ecuadorian Habano, Dominican Carrillo 98, Dominican Corojo, strength medium to full, aging all tobacco for 3+ years,
You're gonna have to learn all
age
these
6
names.
months for balance, for flavor. Rich notes of dark chocolate. Yes, I tasted that. There was some black pepper and some sweetness.
Yeah.
And it says an undisclosed factory. I'm not going to ask you where it's from.
Yeah, if I meet you, if we meet in person, man, I'll tell you the story behind that. It's just.
I understand. Listen, we have people on here that
We've had people that just, I mean, from when you add, I can't tell you anything. I'm like, what about the binder and fill? I can't tell you that either. I'm like, I guess.
And they said we signed an NDA. I said,
I'm like, I guess. NDA. I was like, so we'll just talk about smoking this cigar then, I guess.
Yeah.
I said, I don't know.
Right.
I'm like, you're kind of giving me nothing.
Why did you come on the show? Like,
yeah, it's like, and we appreciated them for coming on, but it was just like, there's nothing. That's
like meeting a chick at the bar and say, "Hey, where did you get your lady parts from?" Can't tell you. You don't know if she's original or factory made.
Like,
you just gotta trust it.
So like at that point, I'm just smoking a cigar to smoke it. I can't learn nothing about it. I can give you notes. That's it.
So Martin, we have a friend of ours. His name is Kobe Freeman. He owns Travel to Invest, and he owns what's the
that's the name
Travel
of his,
to Invest.
That's the name of his factory.
That's the name of his factory.
DR, and then he owns Eloise cigars, and I think what is it? something sweet cigars.
Yes. So he commented. He goes, "I can't tell you either." He's a good friend of mine. We smoked his cigars. He has some good cigars too. He has a factory in
That's
DR.
funny.
Yeah, that's
So
Nope. So for that silver Toro, I was thinking about adding a broadleaf to it to give it making it a 52 ring gauge and adding like a broadleaf. Yeah, because I think that would give it a little more umph. But I mean,
That would be
everybody
good.
like a Connecticut or a Pennsylvania broadleaf, something like that would
be
probably
good.
kick that up.
That would kick it up a little more. I mean, it's great now. I'm enjoying this. This is phenomenal. And you know what?
Good to hear.
We had them since we got them, and normally what we do is we taste them before we get on the podcast. And Joey goes, "This." Joey goes, "Nah, let's just save it for the podcast." I said, "Okay."
Well, that's good, man.
We normally taste them before we get on, so we have
But we got them a couple days, not that long ago.
Got them last week.
Was it last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I shipped them out before I went to Vegas because I had to go to Vegas for a conference, and I wanted to make sure I got those to you guys and let you, whatever you do to acclimate your cigars, I wanted to make sure you guys are able to do that.
I just let them sit because you shipped them with the Bovita pack, so I didn't really have to do. I didn't have to do much with them. I just let them sit there, and this way came time. I was gonna smoke one, and then I was like, you know what? It's already like Wednesday. I'm like, I might as well just wait at this point.
Yeah, I'm the worst, man. If I get cigars in the mail that I've been waiting on, I light them shits up walking from the mailbox.
Listen, I'm the first one. I'll get like I got from Sir Louis. I ordered his street meats. The day they came, I smoked one.
Yeah, he did.
I don't usually wait.
Yeah,
if I order them and I'm waiting on them, as soon as they come in, I open the box and I figure out which one I want, and then I smoke it.
That's like this guy down here too. Go ahead, you can talk. You can feel free to jump in anytime you want.
No, listen, every time I'm on here, I just get wrapped up in all this conversation between you and your guest. But Martin, I do have a question for you though.
Right.
What is when it comes to cigars, what is your palate? Like, what is your favorite wrapper? What is your favorite filler? What is your favorite cigar that? And I don't mean brand. Obviously, you're very much about you, but I mean as a palate. What is your palate for a cigar? What's your go-to for a cigar?
That's a good question. So I prefer. Originally, my preference was anything San Andreas, but as my palate started to develop, starting to like more or less like the Habano and the Corojo, things that have that in there, and something with the broadleaf. But because I was at one point biased towards Nicaraguan tobacco, but now I'm starting to like Jalapa, but not much. I don't like anything spicy because it's just like if you go order a steak, you're not gonna order a hockey puck, burn that bitch.
That's the thing with, as you get further into some of the other regions in Nicaragua, the tobacco gets a lot more kick to it. Between Esteli, Jalapa, Ometempe, and there's one other place I can't remember.
Now, mind you, Martin, he's only been smoking since he's 18. He's only
I'm 27.
27. Sorry,
you're smoking 10 years. Leave me alone.
So this guy,
but still, that's impressive. I mean this.
Correct.
When I say this about Joey, and I generally mean it, and it's one thing I picked up on when I met these two guys a few years back. Joey is very smart. He's basically a tobacconist. Like, he's just a wealth of knowledge for his age. It's really impressive with how much he knows. And I didn't realize that again until I met them in person and just listen to Joey talk. It's not BS. He's not slinging stuff around. He's not regurgitating stuff. He's actually learned it, and it's up there in his huge cranium, his wrestling cranium up there.
Yeah.
He really is knowledgeable. And so I respect these two guys, not only for their wrestling prowess, but for their cigar prowess too. My background is, listen, I'm an aficionado of both cigars and wrestling. Like, I've been smoking cigars for, long, 20 years, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But I don't have, other than a background of smoking, and being on these podcasts and being on all kinds of lives, I'm just trying to absorb all the information I can. And I don't think I'm anywhere near Joey yet. And Joey's,
And that's
it's like he's just a fountain of knowledge. He absorbs it all.
I've been smoking 30 years, and people say to me, "What is this?" I said, "Talk to my son." They said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I can tell you what it is, but he'll correct me because I'll mess up one of the leaves or one of the tobaccos."
I don't go that far as like leaves inside and stuff. I mean, I had to learn because I worked in the industry on the brand side for a little while for a company, so I had to learn a lot of stuff. I knew some stuff going in because when I started smoking, I was the youngest guy in the room. So of course you had the older guys. Oh, you don't know what you're talking. Okay, well, so what I would do is every time I bought a cigar, if it was the Rocky Patel Super Ligero or the Asylum 13, I would Google it and I would read what's in it so that I could talk to them. And then when they'd go, oh, that's not the right thing. Oh, really? Okay, well, why does the website say all this? Why does this say that? And why is this? And why is this? And then, I had to learn that to kind of almost fend for myself while I learned how to properly smoke and what was what and what cigars were good and what wasn't. I had to essentially do that to defend myself against a lot of these guys who thought they knew what they were talking about.
So when you smoke a cigar, Martin, what is your go-to cut? Is it a V cut or regular cut?
So straight cut is just a regular cut is what I usually smoke. But lately, I've been going to the V cut. Actually, the past 2 weeks, I've been smoking cigars with the V cut just to see if I get different nuances from it. It's slightly more intense, but if it's a new cigar that I'm trying out, straight cut. But once I smoke the cigar a couple of times, that actual blend, I probably go to the V cut. And like I said, I just started doing the V cut within the. Actually, when I was in Vegas, it wasn't anything else available but a V cut. So after that, it's just like, I need to,
So have you ever tried a punch?
Yeah, I tried to punch before. I'm not really a fan, man.
Yeah, because you don't get all the flavors when you do a punch.
Yeah, and I felt in the past when I tried to punch, I just felt like I was just pulling on a cigar too much, man.
Well, the punch came along for your smaller gauges cigars. That's where the punch came from, and the punch is good when, like I said, anything from like a Toro below, in my opinion. And again, I am not an expert by any stretch of the imagination. I can just tell you my experiences. On your smaller ring cigars, a punch is great. It's the equivalent of a straight cut on your smaller ring gauges. Right. But then you go to your straight cut for, a Robusto or anything larger than that. And the V cut, I've been doing a V cut for probably off and on for about 4 or 5 years. I'm a full bodied guy. So I want to punch you in the mouth. These guys, when we were doing Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. and I'm lighting up a triple Maduro, these guys' heads were spinning like, dude, it's 7:05. You have a triple Maduro lit. Like, what is wrong with you?
I do that all the time. This is what I was going to light up before. I just didn't do it.
I do that. So Martin, if you don't know, I'm a guy that's up on the weekends. My Friday starts Friday. I do lives on Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday morning, Saturday mornings. So I smoke everything. And you know what? I'm a Gloria Cubana guy. And I
like the spice on this retro hail.
I have every Gloria Cubana trunk show from 2012 to 2017. I bought every trunk show they had, and it came in humidors. I came home one day, and my wife goes, "What the fuck is that?"
That spice on the retro.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
But I
like that.
And when I started this podcast, when I say I say us, us three right here, and another gentleman who we got to get back on.
I actually just spoke to him the other day. I had to check in on him.
The way it worked was Joey and him, Joey, not OG, not me, but Joey and my buddy from Kenzuki Cigar Club, used to come on lives and they used to talk.
This was all during COVID
During
because
COVID.
you had nothing to do. We were all watching the two of us. So we would get on just like we are now on Instagram Live, and the two of us would sit there. And
so then,
you know, we'd have like 3 or 4 people. 2 people would leave, and then he's like, "Yo, let's just go. Like, let's go to a private call." And me and Kyle would go to the private call, and we'd sit there for hours, smoke cigars, talk cigars, wrestling.
So then
sports, whatever.
OG started joining them. So, you know, back then I wasn't really into doing all of that. And then I'm like, you know what? So I'm sitting there one day. So he goes, "Dad, we started a podcast." And I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "And you're gonna be one of the main guys." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod." And I'm like, "What?" He
Yeah,
goes,
it was supposed to be the 4 of us.
It was supposed to be the 4 of us, but Kyle, he had another baby, then work, and his cigars, and blah, blah, blah. So then me, OG, and Joey started it. We got hooked up with MBR Radio. OG had to step away for a little while. But, you know, he comes back every now and then. And so we've been doing this 2 years, man. And if it wasn't for guys like you coming on,
3rd year, I think.
If it wasn't for guys like you coming on and you know, helping us out, listen, there wouldn't be no Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod, man, without the wrestlers and MBR Radio and our sponsors.
That's interesting.
And you guys. And, you know, we always try to promote the and I say boutique cigars because that's what they call us now, boutique cigars. So I always try to promote boutique cigars, you know what I mean? And it's you guys that keep us going, man. We've been doing this 2 years live. And we're going on our 3rd year now.
I think it's 2, almost 3. I forget.
Almost 2.5 years. You know, and we're the longest running podcast on
I think
MBR Radio.
So let's take a quick break, and then we come
be right
back. We're gonna talk about the one that I'm smoking, blue.
Okay, perfect.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Gallant
issues yesterday.
And we're back. Happy Sunday. Happy fun day, everybody. Yo, this is Turnbuckles and Stogies Pod. I am the host with the most, the greatest, the eightest. You heard? Big Dog, the Vanilla Gorilla. And we are live here on Sunday with Broncano Cigars, and the OG is back.
So,
good.
No, I was just gonna say. So
let's get into Broncano. This is what we do. This is why our podcast is on the top.
Let's kind of talk about this blue, royal blue, because it's a great kind of anytime cigar, because it's very mellow, but it's got that little bit of spice on the retrohale. You get like a sweetness on the cold draw when you cut it. And what made you come up with this blend? Because you became more of a, like you said, a Habano guy now?
Well, so to your point for the on the Royal Blue, it is like you stated, an anytime cigar. But I think once you get to that middle third of that cigar, not the middle third, the second half. I don't have a cigar, man. I'm just bugging. But
you don't have a cigar?
Because I'm not at home, and
I'm about at the halfway point.
Yeah. So probably closer to the maybe a little bit more. You should get a little more nicotine, because I think that one has a lot more nicotine in it than compared to the silver. But how that blend came about, Heinrich Kellner from KBF actually created that cigar, and we just went through like what I wanted as far as for my palate, because I base everything off of my palate, and then folks tell you should make cigars for consumers, but I mean Apple. I mean, I'm quite sure when Apple made the iPhone, they Steve Jobs made it for exactly what he wanted in a phone before he thought about the consumer. It was everything everybody else wanted. But anyway,
that's what we've heard a lot of is about like blending from a bunch of different people. We've heard, everybody says blend for the consumers, but in reality, if you blend for you, then it's coming directly from you. It's blended for your palate, and you'll have the audience that'll smoke it.
Exactly. And I think it's more of a passion put into it than as if you were making something for somebody else.
Right.
And to the point earlier, that Big Dog said, as far as we're a boutique blend, so a boutique brand. So I mean, it's more or less able to do like those niche things that everybody else may like. But back to the cigar itself. So the Royal Blue, so it's created, like I said, it went to Heinrich Kellner, and I probably should tell you the story about that. So
I was going to ask you. I never heard of the Kellner.
I've heard of them.
Factory. I never heard of
They
that.
make the smoking jacket cigars.
And then they make a lot of stuff for Sir Louis too, like the platinum.
That's how I heard of them. I was gonna ask what it was like working with them, because I see them working with him so much. So I wondered what it was like working with them.
Yeah, he's a pretty decent dude. So this is how I met Heinrich. So when I first, like I said, I started a cigar brand, and I went to Dominican Republic in August of that year. And I don't know if you remember, you probably remember this, Big Dog, is the Fat Boys. Remember the movie when they got treated, when they got kicked out the club? I went to the DR, man, and I felt like I got treated like the Fat Boys. So I went to this one manufacturer, and I don't know, man. Being new, I probably said something fucked up or something. I don't know, man. Right? Like, you gonna make this shit this way? I don't care. You've been blending cigars for 30 years. Don't let bitch. No, I'm just Wisconsin in this mug, anyway. Right. Nah, I mean, son. You know what I mean, B? Hey, wasn't there with my dick all hanging all out, man. So the second time
my dick is big.
Right. Like I said, circumcised, motherfucker. We civilized.
Sometimes I heard in those factories,
I'm
sometimes you got to go in there and do that.
Oh, my man could have disappeared. You could have been not here, my man.
My stomach hurts. Oh,
hey, I just know that we're valuable in certain countries, man. Like, you know, I just knew that I wasn't going to disappear because that would have ruined the tourism. But no, man, I didn't literally I didn't come like that, but I did in a nice way. I was like, you know, dude was handing me cigars. I was like, oh, that sucks. Oh, this is trash. Where's the can at? This whole factory should go in there.
So let me ask
Give me a match. Give me a match.
Process, because people, I don't think, grasp the amount of time that goes into blending the cigar. How many cigars from each factory when you were there did you smoke a day?
Oh man, I got a story about that too. So here, I'm gonna circle back to that. So anyway, I mean, I was wrong and very disrespectful, you know. So I put my head in the sand, went back. So I got a Heinrich Kellner phone number. I reached out to him and said, hey man, I'm gonna be in DR this month. We mind, you know, talk. He said, well, I only do 250,000 cigars, whatever. So I went there and we started talking. He said, your phone number, where's that from? I was like, Wisconsin. He said, you know what? He did his student exchange in Wisconsin at not too far from where I live at, like 45 minutes away. So that's how we headed that bond. He's like, you know, normally, you know, I'm at my limit for the amount of cigars I do this year, but since you're from Wisconsin and he liked my story, you know, that I said, he said, you know what, I'll make your cigars. And that's how I was able to do business with Heinrich Kellner.
That's pretty cool.
And for so the whole Wisconsin bond.
Wisconsin.
Straight out of Wisconsin. So Blue. So I wanted something that had like that was complex, that would give like some creaminess, some nuttiness. I don't know if that actually has it, but in some dried fruit. And when you talk to a master blender, they don't ask. I'm still here, right? So when you talk to a master blender,
we can hear you. Go ahead. He's playing with the computer.
And we talk to a master blender. Only thing they care about the combustion, the draw. If it has some sweetness, they don't get into all the nuances that I was asking for. But he knew exactly what I was asking for, and that's how we actually came up with that particular blend. I just want to go back for the silver to answer one question for the Silver Toro. So I don't have a favorite between the two, but different occasions actually is when I would smoke those cigars. Like the Silver Toro, that's a cigar that I usually nub, because when I'm getting closer to the end, that's when it seems like all the flavors just burst out of it, and I'm just sitting there burning my fingers.
We was taught, and I smoke a pipe. So a buddy of ours from Canada, what you do, instead of using the corn holders, take a pipe and put the end of it in a pipe and smoke it out of the pipe. And you can smoke it all the way down to the cap.
Well, that's a pretty good concept. Yeah, I might have to try that. I don't want to look like a fiend, though. You remember New Jack City?
Yeah, no. No, you know what? A lot of people do that.
That's become a new thing now.
A lot of people do that. They buy a pipe, and then instead of using the corn holders, they put when they get down to like here, they put it in the pipe, and then they light it in the pipe, and you smoke it all the way down.
Or you could get one of the things that go right over the top of them that have the tip on almost like the
it's like a cigarette
the Black
holder.
and Mild tip that you just puff on it, and you could smoke it all the way down.
Yeah.
So now,
go ahead. I was gonna circle back to a question that Joey said.
Go ahead. This is your show.
Can you repeat the question?
So the question that I kind of asked, because a lot of people don't understand, is how many cigars you actually smoke in the blending process.
That's a good question. So for me, I've been fortunate enough to have like stellar master blenders. So and I'm not going to say I haven't smoked a lot of cigars, but I haven't smoked a shit ton of cigars at the factory. I probably smoke maybe 5 or 6, because usually if you can tell a master blender, whether factory, whatever you want to call them, exactly what you want, they get it. The ones I've been dealing with, they've been pretty close to with the initial concept, pretty close to the blend that I wanted. Then from there, we may change some things. So I would say for the average blend, I probably smoke about 10 cigars. The last time I was at a Heinrich factory, that particular morning, I don't know if Heinrich Hendrick. So that particular morning, I went to La Aurora and Manuel Anoa, because he blended that 20-year age cigar, and I picked up some cigars for him. He was like, "Have a seat," and he handed me a cigar. So I'm smoking this, and this is about 8 o'clock, 8 a.m. And I'm smoking that cigar. So they hand me that strong ass Dominican coffee, and so I'm drinking that, smoking the cigar. Miss, all right, with Manuel, you probably have a good 45 minutes, and he passed me about 3 cigars. What you think about this? What you think about that one? And I'm thinking I didn't even get a chance to taste the first one. What are we talking about?
But so that's what they do, man. That's what they do. That's what they do.
Yeah, I didn't have any water. I'm having this strong ass black ass coffee, which that's the way I drink it. But I'm like, man,
did they put brown sugar in it? Because that's what they're known to do too. They put brown sugar instead of regular sugar.
They do actually, but not my coffee. I tell them I just want that shit black. If I'm sucking on a turd, let me rephrase that. It didn't sound right, but
whoa.
We need to
cut. We're gonna edit that piece.
Right. But if I'm eating a turd, man, there's no sense in dressing it up, man. Just eat that. So coffee.
Yeah. You can put all the ketchup on a turd, and it's still a turd.
Exactly. So. So I had a van waiting outside for me when I was at La Aurora. So we went over to Hendrick. So he's like, let's walk through the factory. What type of cigar you want? You want something full, medium body? I'm like, man, I just thinking to myself, I just had 3 cigars. I don't know if I want anything full. I was like, medium body. So I'm smoking this cigar, medium body. So it's about 11:30. And actually, your boy Sir Louis, he was headed over to that way. He's like, yeah, Hunter from Sir Louis, he's on his way over here. And I was like, I want to stick around and meet him. So he was to arrive at 1 o'clock, but I was smoking. This started at 10:30, and so I'm smoking a cigar. His wife poured me some coffee, and then they said, we're gonna order lunch. So they ordered lunch, and I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden I'm like, shit, I'm getting hot. Like, what the hell? So I'm like, is it this cigar? Can't be. And so I'm smoking it some more. Then I started sweating. I was like, oh, fuck. Can't let these guys see this. You ever been drunk or inebriated? You try walking through the club and you say to yourself, straighten up, motherfucker. Yeah. Straighten up. Walk right. So I'm sitting there thinking to myself, straighten up, walk right. So I was like, hey, I'm going to go outside and get some fresh air. I went outside. It's humid as shit out there. I was like, oh, this wasn't the move. So I went back inside. And I sat under the AC, and she just looked at me and she just handed me this big ass cup of coffee. So I'm like, you need it? I'm like, no, I don't. I'm fine. But hey, the food came. Exactly. As soon as the food came, I ate that shit. And I was like, hey, then Hendrick, he came back in. He was doing something in the factory. And I still was trying to do my best, like, let these mugs know that I'm fucked up right now, nicotine poison. And I was like, hey, man, normally I would use your restroom upstairs, but I need to do number 2. So I'm going to head back to the hotel. He said, you want to wait and meet? I was like, man, it's like really bad. Man, I ran out, called the Uber, and I was sitting outside on that little circle thing. Like, man, Jesus. Anyway.
Where's that car? Where's that car?
Uber came.
Where's that car?
Halfway to the hotel, I started to feel fine. But, man, I was sitting in that factory, man, smoking that damn cigar. He must have gave me the biggest cigar they had or something. I don't know. Maybe it was a test. They probably had cameras on me or some shit. Looking at me sweat.
So now let's get to the Silver Toro that
you talked about that before, remember?
Oh, yes, he did.
So let me ask you this. Do you want to talk about the
new
cigar that you sent me?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So I'm actually going to pop up the pictures on the screen one by one. So this is the new one that you had sent me that's coming out. So
that's the new box for it.
Okay.
So in the past, our box was 20 count, the cabinet style box. So with this particular blend, we're going to do a 10 count box. That way we can have more box purchases, in case people want collector's items. So that's the reason why we're going with that look.
Coffee. He said it was the coffee that made you like that.
I don't know. Yeah, we do need it. Somebody said we need to toughen that guy up. Yeah, we do. We need to have someone else be the test smoker for cigars.
Coffee and cigars are a tough combo. They'll make you run for the hills.
Man, it kicked my ass that day. Yeah, I believe it. So that's going to be our Ruby Toro. That's coming out of the KBF factory. Give me 1 second here.
And then here's the actual.
You got the band on there.
Oh, he needs the movie box.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, so
he said you need. He said do a movie box ad for the collector.
And if you want the movie
and
box,
if you want that,
you got to hit up
Kobe
Kobe
is the guy
Freeman.
to talk to.
Okay, send me pictures of the movie box.
Kobe, put up some pictures of the movie box.
I don't even know what it looks like.
If you want, Kobe, send them to me. I'll send them over to him. But that's the picture of the band for the classic, the Ruby Classic that you sent me.
Correct. So all our bands are going to change to this style. What made me come up with this, because I was walking through this store, the liquor store. When you see when people have different lines of stuff. Like there's a tequila brand where they're very colorful, but it's still like kind of classic.
Right.
Even like if you look at like not Sprite, but Slice or Fanta, it stands out on the shelf. Even though I don't drink that shit, but yeah, it stands out as far as how it looks. And to me, I think it gives an overall classic look. And my name is easier to read on it, so everything's gonna switch to that band style for our cigars. I don't know if you had a chance to read the blend on our Ruby Toro that I sent over to you.
I did, and I actually have it right there as well.
Yeah, I probably should have sent you better copy work. So with that one's still gonna give us the HVA Ecuadorian, and this is the way it's all set up. I never really smoked anything that had San Vicente Seco. But this one is designed to be like a medium to full, but still give you that complexity. So you're gonna get you're gonna get some white pepper, some dried cherry on that, obviously leather, and some spice.
That sounds awesome. That sounds fantastic.
So Martin, I just sent you in Instagram. I just sent you a message of the movie box.
Let's take a look.
So now this is set to be stronger than your Silver Toro, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be it's definitely going to be stronger than the Silver Toro, but it should have the complexity of the Royal Blue.
Okay.
Damn. I got to get my hands on that when it comes out. Absolutely. Put me on the shipping list right there.
I noticed a lot of your cigars are that 6x50, 6x52 range as well for the Toros. Cigars Unbanded said anything the Kellners make is great.
Yep. So so the reason why for the 6x50 or 6x52 is just more or less to keep everything simple, as far as SKUs and all that. Eventually, once I get up there and have enough stores under my belt and a good following, we will probably go to the Corona, the Corona size.
Yep.
Maybe not a Robusto, because it costs the same to make a Robusto as it does a Toro. So I mean, I'm gonna charge you the same for a Robusto for less than an inch.
Right. Okay.
She cried.
Right. So hey, she charged you the same regardless, 7 inches or 8.
So let me ask you this. So how can people order from you, and what is your price range?
Shit. So you could For the Silver Toro is $15. For the Royal Blue is $16. The Silver Toro is a 6x50. So and Royal Blue is 6x52. You can go to luxurycigars.com if you want to order online. If you don't, because it's obviously it's not in the brick and mortar in New York, but you also can go to this website hcldeals.com, and I'll type it in. They're located here in Illinois, and they'll have the
when he types it in, put it up.
They'll have the I got to log back into YouTube,
And we're
but they'll have it.
We're gonna put this up on our pages, so just so you
Yeah,
know.
absolutely. We'll share it.
Yeah, so those guys at HCL Deals, they'll have that 20-year aged. So I just put it in the chat. Then I probably spelled luxury wrong, man. Luxury cigar.
We'll fix it.
Oh, here they are. HCLdeals.com. I just looked them up.
Man, when that new blend hits a shelf, you got a customer right off the bat. That sounds right up my ballpark, right up my alley. That sounds fantastic.
Sorry, H, this is the first time I did it in 2 weeks. Sorry, H. Didn't mean to use the F word. Sorry.
H actually isn't here. H is actually at CrimeCon in Denver right now.
Yeah, but when he goes back and look, I'm gonna get a text.
OG, are you on Instagram?
I am. Yes, sir.
That's the 20-year aged.
That's
cigar.
right there. Where's?
Okay. Yes, sir. Yeah, reach out to me. I'll absolutely. I don't know if I follow you, but I will. Absolutely.
And he makes travel humidors that are really good. The OG cigar tender.
Yeah, if you're ever looking for a promotional, if you're ever looking for the OG cigar tender.
If I'm ever looking for, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, it should be my ugly mug with a blue background.
It might break your phone if you click on it.
Yeah. So guys,
just be
be
careful when you do it.
Because if we don't take a break, our boss will get mad.
We'll be right back.
You got it.
Still see the spray painted stop sign when I roll down 79. The drag marks behind that mini mart ain't faded after all this time. Every mad fly from Georgia to California's got a boy with a rebel heart. Stories in every small town scar that by a good old boy taking it way too far. Somebody had to drink too much and crank Hank way too loud. Somebody had to always stand up to the guy with a tendency to run his mouth. The straight pipe Chevy had to run these streets like Bo and Luke in the General Lee. Yeah, somebody had to, and that somebody was me. There's still ruts on Ridge Hill Road, and muddy cans we tossed out the window. String bikini on a limb by a swimming hole. That's a story that'll never be told. Cigarette butts in a busted bottle sitting by that old burn pile. This town was nothing without us, tearing it up every once in a while. Somebody had to drink too much and crank Hank way too loud. Somebody had to always stand up to the guy with a tendency to run his mouth. The straight pipe Chevy had to run these streets like Bo and Luke in the General Lee. Yeah, somebody had to, and that somebody was me. I guess somebody had to get a 4.0 full ride, whole life planned out on track. Somebody had to make a touchdown pass, win state front page, name written in black. But somebody had to drink too much and crank Hank way too loud. Somebody had to
Yo, we are back. Yo, It's your favorite podcast on the internet.
Lost my sound. Hold on.
I am the host
we can hear you, so it's okay.
I am the host with the most, the big dog, the vanilla gorilla, and we are on all streaming networks. Shout out to NBR Radio, our bosses, and so we are the longest streaming network on their podcast on their network. So check us out.
All right, can you guys hear me?
We've been able to hear you.
Bro, we can hear you. Take your 49er shirt off, first of all.
Put in the Eagles shirt, man. What you doing?
Eagles? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You gotta put on a Giants shirt.
Oh, my God. When have you had a winning season?
Excuse me, sir.
I mean, it's definitely.
I'm sorry.
It's definitely.
Hold on. Now, see, time out. When has Green Bay have a winning season since your man left? Both of them.
Oh,
I lost my sound. Sorry, guys.
For me, it's Eagles first, Commanders, then Green Bay.
Well, then you a losing team.
Okay.
Eagles ain't got that many rings.
Hey, we got some knife. Hey, okay. So do you have Tecmo Bowl or Madden? The
Let's
old
try that.
one?
Tecmo Bowl or Madden?
No, I lost all
have
sound.
Depends on what year of Madden you're talking
I can hear
about.
you,
There we
OG.
go.
I can hear you.
I have Madden probably all the way back to
Huh.
Dude.
I don't have it.
Madden
So-
07,
So when he was a
if
kid,
not 05.
when he was a kid, and the stuff came out at midnight, my wife and me used to go sit in line and wait in freaking line.
Actually, there was
for him
there
to
was a
go
few
and
games-
get some freaking games.
There was a few games I went to. Like I went and picked up Madden the year Richard Sherman was on the cover. I picked up NBA. I picked up
2K.
wrestling. I picked up some
Yeah,
Call of
I got
Duty
nothing.
games. Like I used
I
to
lost-
more times I went on my own, and I had to because there were games I wanted. Dude,
We
I
can hear
walked
you,
in.
OG.
One game I walked in. I paid for my game and I walked
Yo,
out while
stop
people were
playing
still
with
waiting in
yourself.
line. It was great.
Stop- hold on.
I'm still waiting. I'm like, it's okay. I got my game. See you guys later.
OG,
I
stop
took in
playing
my
with
car by
yourself, OG.
12:05.
OG, stop playing with yourself. We can see you and hear you.
He lost volume. He'll be all right.
No, we can hear him.
He can't hear us.
Well, get some
He
real
hung-
headphones.
he's
Stop
off
ordering
now.
off Amazon.
So I was able to get on that website and I found your vintage from La Aurora.
Right. Did you order it?
I'm gonna have to order those. And
My
try
recommendation.
that.
I would order one. I wouldn't order the whole box. If you're able to order one,
Yeah, you can. You can order one or a
Order
box of 5.
packs.
and the reason why I say that, if you take a look at the silver Toro blend and the vintage Toro blend, there's some similarities in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say.
I
And
noticed
the whole
you didn't have the silver.
You didn't
on
have
it.
the
They didn't have
silver.
the silver on there
yeah, I don't know why he doesn't put it on there. I
because
mean,
he has the
The
blue,
classic.
and he has the vintage, but the silver's not there.
yeah, he's a true cigar. He likes complexity. If it's not super complex, or if it's not rare or unique, it's not gonna make. It'll make the shop. It won't make the page. Like it's like a strip. I don't know why I'm going back to these stories because it's funny, but it's like a stripper.
Why you keep going back to strippers? I don't understand this.
Because you're from New York.
Going back to
Hey,
strippers.
listen, it's okay. There's nothing
'Cause
wrong
it's
with
funny.
it.
Hey,
Look
like
at boss
you can-
dog acting like a choir boy over there.
They're nice
Excuse
people.
me. I've
Right.
never worked in a strip club in my life.
I know they won't hire. They won't hire
I
you.
did.
Shit. I was the boss at
I
3
did.
strip clubs.
I worked in
Oh, yeah.
one. I worked in one.
I never been in any in my life. This is
Yeah,
like,
okay.
this is
I
rather
never
big.
been in any in my life.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, Mr. Marine. Yeah, okay.
Right?
Oh, look.
So Martin, I got a
okay.
question for you. It's not cigar. Well, it's sort of cigar related. So, if this whole cigar thing didn't work out for you, what would your dream job be? What would you do?
A stripper.
What would you want to do?
My dream job would be on the beach selling T-shirts, like $2 T-shirts for $20 to tourists.
There you go. There you go. I got a buddy that moved to Mexico. He moved to Cancun. He retired from the corrections department. He moved to Cancun, bought a boat and one of those OZ pizza makers. And all he does is sell pizzas to people. He drives them to the boat. You tell him where he is. He goes there. He brings the pizza to you. It's hot, fresh in Mexico.
That's awesome.
That's what he does.
That's awesome.
That's what he does.
What I would do,
Listen. Before the guys were telling you, I make custom personal travel doors.
And I have one of those.
So this one is my tribute to the troops. This represents every branch. This is a 30 count box. It's got an integrated hygrometer in it. You can't see it, but it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a custom insert inside. It'll hold about 30 of the large gauge. It comes with a cutter, lighter, everything. I put everything right in the box. Custom ashtray.
And it comes with an OG sticker.
So
and an OG Velcro to your.
The reason why I'm mentioning to you, I have made several boxes for some companies for promotional items. So if you're ever in a position where you're going to do an event and you want a promotional item, hit me up. I'll hook you up with a nice little travel box.
What's the turnaround time?
Takes them about.
I can probably make one of these boxes within a week. You could have it.
In about 4 or 5 months, don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
So this particular box, is a 3 paint scheme. It's got 3 different colored paints that represent the military green. No matter what branch you are, it's like fatigues. You know what I mean? It's got the fatigue green on it. It comes with 2 clear coat protecting coats on it. It's got the integrated hygrometer in it. I can put cedar inside if you want cedar lined. I can put cedar trays. I could digitally create the trays for you if you wanted hard plastic trays in it. Whatever you want. You just tell me what you want, and I can try to make it for you.
Absolutely. One other question, because without all that extra stuff in there, because I like the carrying case, because I've seen another cigar company where they go into the shop and they have like something similar to that, because it looks pretty cool. And they open it up like a little briefcase. I mean, I would love something like that just so I could take when I go to shops and open it up. That can hold about 40 to 50 cigars or something like that.
So basically, he doesn't want anything in there besides just
a box. You got it. I can do that.
Maybe just the foam to protect it, but not much. Just enough so the humidity is held in there. But
whatever you want. Whatever you want. Like I said, hit me up in the future if you're looking for something like that. I'll totally hook you up.
So we get the veteran discount
at 100%, my man.
So guys.
You'll get a little bit more for being a Marine.
So, guys, listen, we got like 4 minutes left. So, guys, Martin, I want to thank you for coming on, bro. It's been a blast. My hat's off to you. Hoorah, Semper Fi, Chesty Puller, baby. You guys haven't had these.
Go get these now. Go get these now.
Listen.
Chesty Puller was a good Marine. A good Marine was he.
Right.
I know that.
Your great grandfather or something?
Nah, brother. I was in the ROTC for 4 years. I was a major.
Okay.
I went to Camp Lejeune. No, I went to Paris Island on Easter vacation. Bro, I'll never forget, real fast. I'll never forget. I was on a bus. Big black guy gets on, DI, with his DI hat on. He goes, "My name is Sergeant Richie. You have 4 seconds to get off the bus." Yeah, I was sitting next to this girl. I opened the window and jumped out. I said, "See you later, baby. Gotta go. Gotta go." I'll never forget Sergeant Richie. That dude, bro, and some dude we were doing running. Dude threw up on a track. He said, "Sir, did I tell you to throw up on my track? Pick it up and put it in your pockets." Bro, it's 100 degrees in Paris Island. It's 100 degrees. Bro, we get back in the barracks. I said, "Yo, my man, just go in there with your fatigues on, because you ain't coming in the barracks." I said, "Yo, three of us picked him up and threw him in the shower." I said, "Bro, you better wash with soap, water, disinfectant, spray yourself, because you're not coming back in the barracks."
Right.
But I'll never, ever forget that, bro. Sergeant Richie, bro, that dude, when he got on that bus, I said, "Oh, shit, Smokey the Bear." He said, what'd you say? I said, nothing, sir. Nothing, sir. I ain't saying anything. When he said, you got this time to get off the bus, I opened that emergency window. Out the window I went. I hung upside down.
By your underwear, like, hey,
I was like, yo, I'm out. Yellow line. Stood on the yellow line. I was good. Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick before you guys go, so for that Royal Blue, how do you like how that's finishing out?
I do. I like it.
Show them.
It actually, it got a little heavier on the last end, but my biggest takeaway from this whole thing, besides the transitions of it, is the easy draw and the smoke output. When you draw in the smoke out, the smoke that you get with this draw is a big part of another reason why I'm enjoying this.
Bro, real fast, the retro hell on this is tremendous. Tremendous. When I tell you tremendous, not because you're here, but this shit is a tremendous draw. But guys, I want to thank both of y'all for coming on. And if you want to stay on and you want to chat a little bit, let us know. We'll just, close out the show. So, guys, this has been Turnbuckles and Stogies podcast. Yo, I am your host with the most, the greatest, the 8th, Big Dog. This is the Vanilla Gorilla, and you have been on here with Broncano Cigars, Mr. Martin, and the OG cigar tender. You'll see all the links in our podcast. So, we out. Peace. See y'all next week, bitches.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.